Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 66. And today we're returning with two massive games, even so early on in the season, as we face Man City away and Chelsea at home in two big battles for Champions League football. Before we get to the games though, shall I know what you've been getting on off camera? And of course, not much to show you in a run off camera, just the four games after the two you saw in the last episode. The timid 1-0 loss away at Goodison Park and then a 2-0 win away in Switzerland. Four games, and as you can see, 3 wins and a defeat. And we began with one of the wins against Sheffield United. Teddy Gray fired a blank in Switzerland on Thursday night, but came back to England, scored his first goal in front of the home fans as well, heading in a Mason Mount corner. That felt so good, and then Mount scored himself 18 minutes later. Smacking the ball into the near post as we won the game by 2-0. And following that, a 1-0 win against Brighton in the EFL Cup third round. I used a 4-4-2 for this game. Obviously, a lot of you have been giving me tactical suggestions throughout the course of the series so far. And I thought I'd rotate a few systems throughout the course of this season at times, especially in the Cup and European games. So I tried a 4-4-2, and we won 1-0. Kyle Crowley getting us the only goal of the game in this one. Following that, though, a 2-0 loss at home to Liverpool. Very disappointing defeat. Once again, like the Everton game, it was just so... You know, I said in the last episode, I don't mind when we lose, which again is a really good thing for me to be able to say because we do lose a lot. But it's like, you know, if we lose and we get battered, fair enough, we were beaten by the better team. If we lose but we played well, that's all I can really ask of the boys. But when you play like this in this sort of game and just do nothing really throughout the entire match and just lose with a whimper, that frustrates me. You know, there's a great quote, and I can't remember who said it. It might even have been Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, but it was something like, I can accept losing, but what I can't accept is not trying. Something like that. And it's a great quote, and I could not agree more. So 2-0 loss, very disappointing. But we did respond on Thursday night with a 5-0 win at home to Slavia Prague, the Czech Republic side, to make it 2 wins from 2 to start the Europa League group campaign off, which is what we were expecting to do. We feel as though this should be a pretty easy group for us, really. 5-0, the goal scorers were Dembele with 2, Crowley with 2, and I think every goal came from a cross as well, so this was extra sweet for me. How does it feel, Football Manager? Now the shoe's on the other foot. But Ida also scored his 100th goal for the club as well, which was really nice to see. So right now, as you can see in the Europa League, we are top of the group, 2 wins from 2. We know we're qualifying, and probably as group winners as well, and probably even undefeated too. That's not a real surprise, but that's the Premier League right now. On the back of the loss to Liverpool, we've now dropped down to 5th place in the table. 13 points on the board, and we can't overtake Arsenal in 4th, even if we win today, away at the Etihad Stadium. Again, it's been a decent start, 4 wins from our first 7 and only 4 goals conceded, but the problem we've got, and I've said it before, is that it's just so hard to break into the top 6 consistently, and then it's so hard to break into the top 4 consistently. It's like another level we've got to go through. When you look at the teams that are off to great starts right now, Liverpool 7 wins in 8, only 1 draw so far, 22 points on the board. Manchester United, best form in the division, 5 straight wins and 6 in 7. Then you've got Arsenal, who won the three-peat. Chelsea are off to a great start, unlike last season, 6 in their first 8. You know, we want to qualify with the Champions League for next season, but the question is, are we good enough to take out this current top 4? I really don't think so. And speaking of Adam Ida, and a couple things to show you. In the last episode, you saw the dynamic screen. You saw there were 3 issues here. 1 for Ida, 1 for Provenzano, and 1 for Mount. Now, Mount still has the issue. He still is disappointed he wasn't able to join Spurs, but get used to it, Mason. You got 3 years left on your deal. Fact of the matter is, I'm not selling you to a European rival. But Provenzano has dropped the issue because he signed a new contract extension. Yes, Matteo is staying here as he signed a new 5-year deal. 100 grand a week. Definitely justifies it, and he's just been called up to the Italy squad as well, so I'm hoping during the international break today he'll be able to win his first cap for the country. I'd love to see that, but you know, we love Matteo, as I said before. He's got such great mental stats. You know, I do play him deeper, even though the media think we should be playing him further forward, but I love his stats. I love the way he just dictates tempo, opens up play, so Matteo stays, and I'm absolutely buzzing. Such a huge fan of his game, and he's only 22. Well, remember, he's only 22, and he only turned 22 a few weeks ago as well. He's such a great young player. But as for Adam Ida, you might be wondering why that issue's been dropped off the dynamic screen. It's because we had a little private chat a couple of weeks ago, and I did promise him that I'd let him go come the end of the season. Where's the private chat? There we are. Conversation history. Yeah, his time at the club is over, and he said he wanted to leave on a free, and I wasn't even going to bother trying to talk him around. So I'm going to try and sell him in January. Otherwise, we'll leave him on a free transfer come the end of the season. But there's 11 clubs that have interest right now. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to negotiate a deal for him in January and not lose him on a free. So first game of this episode is going to be Man City away at the Etihad Stadium. I didn't realise we had a 4:30 PM kickoff, so let's process through this first game as Manchester United take on Crystal Palace and beat them 3-0. Again, breaking into the top four, man. I mean, we'll give it our best shot, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think if we're going to play Champions League football, it's going to have to be through qualifying by winning the Europa League. Playing into the game, as you can see, Max Aaron is the only absentee today. He's still injured after dislocated shoulder. I doubt we'll see him even after the international break, although he has been called up to England duties, even though he's not played since the injury against Leicester on match day 2. And, as you can see by the team, Sanabria getting his first start today. Came off the bench for the final 10 minutes against Slavia Prague on Thursday night. And today, he'll start for the first time against Man City. So, this is our team. It's the 4-4-2 Diamond Narrow. I'll show you the 4-4-2 I made, by the way. I say made, got it from the preset and did a couple of modifications. But 4-4-2 Diamond Narrow, tiki-taka, Zangrandi in goal. Back for a Sanabria first start since last season when he broke his leg against Man City. Pavlovic, Godfrey and Larici with Provenzano, Longstaff and Mount through the middle. Bamba supports Teddy and Rian up top, and on the bench Henderson, Basia, Warburton, O'Connor, Dembele, Crowley and Abbey as well. 7 subs today. First game, it's Man City. Come on, you Canaries. And I see Manchester City are playing the wonder kid I wanted to sign in this summer. Yes, Fernando Augusto. Sadly, Man City wouldn't negotiate anything cheaper than about £100 million for him, so I couldn't get him. But this is the guy I really wanted to bring in the summer window. Sadly, Man City wouldn't negotiate. The sad thing is as well, he did have an issue here, that he wanted to get a new contract. He thinks he deserves more money, and I think he deserves more money as well. Right now on 35 grand a week, but he's got some extraordinary stats, but he's now dropped that issue, so he's let that go. Hopefully, he'll start to complain once again, because I would love to have this guy. He is unreal, man. Absolutely unreal. But anyway, away at the Etihad Stadium, and whilst Man City haven't had the most amazing of starts, we know they've got a good team regardless. Very young team, it seems, out there as well. But this is one of those games where if we are to finish in the top 4, we have to win, not just draw. Of course, as we know, against the big teams, we pretty much, well, I wouldn't say always lose, but 80% of the time, 4 times out of 5 lose, as Troy Parrott heads that cross wide the post. I think, you heard me talk about there, trying to break into the top 4. The problem I think we've had right now is that we've got a great team. We've got a really good young team, but you just have to compare it to the other big boys in the division, and we have to think, are we as good as them? Okay, yeah, sure, our team is fantastic. It's got some great young talent too, but are we as good as the biggest of teams in this division? I'm just not sure we are. As Teddy Gray is denied, and Brewster also denied. Fabulous double save as Man City get it away. I think we're as good as Man City and Spurs right now. So we're good enough for a 5th or 6th place. But as for the other 4, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United, I think they're just a cut above us. Corner for the Canaries. Bamba floats in, and Brewster off the crossbar as it's still 0-0. We've hit the woodwork a lot to begin this season off, as we're still goalless here and really should be up by 1. Can we get another chance for the break, or are City going to get one? Go on, Sanabria, shut him down. Nice ball, that. Brilliant ball, actually. And, Zangrandi. Excellent save on the one-on-one there. Farina's out on load of Benfica right now. Zangrandi, he'll be playing all of our Premier League games this season. Fabulous save by the young Brazilian, as it's still 0-0. 32 minutes in. Action-packed first half this, though. We've done okay out there. We've had more of the ball. We've had more of the attempts. We've looked a better team. Bamba and Godfrey both on bookings. But okay, at the moment, we're doing okay. Again, against Man City and against Spurs, I think we do have just as good of a team as they do right now. So it does go to show you, we have been making some good progression throughout the season. We can say we're now as good as these two that normally should be battling for a top 4 place. But these are the games, again, where we must win. We must get the victory and not just a draw. 45 minutes to go. Come on, Norwich, just find a winning goal. I just seen Sanabria's taken a knock as well. That is a concern. I really should take him off. He's got horrendous match sharpness because, again, he's only played 10 minutes worth of football since the end of last season when he broke that lower leg. I'm going to have to take him off. I can't afford to risk him breaking his other leg. Larici on a storming run down the right-hand side. Lovely run by the Brazilian. He's got Mount with him, and fantastic save. And once again, we've hit the woodwork. Second time today. Provenzano to Bamba, and now Brewster looking for Larici, has his pass cut out, and now here come Man City on the break. Parrott beats Godfrey, and across comes Pavlovic, and that allows Rodgers through, who makes it 1-0. Got to win these games, not lose them. Parrott takes it around Ben on the halfway line, and Pavlovic there has to have the awareness just to come across, but not fully. You know, make Troy make his mind up there. Does he go for goal himself, or does he pass it instead? He makes up for him by giving him Rogers free to his right. That's poor decision making from the Serbian. 1-0 down. If this becomes 2-0, I'll be fuming, man. I can't afford to lose this game as Fernando Augusto heads it just off target. Come on, Norwich, man. If we want to qualify for the Champions League, we've got to beat these teams. Played well, could say we didn't get the luck today, hitting the woodwork twice, but sadly, I mean, at the end of the day, if we'd have taken our chances, wouldn't need to worry about it. As Lorici crosses, and it's headed clear, as Man City look to wrap it up here on the break. No, Provenzano wins it back. We get one late chance here to find a leveller in stoppage time. Come on. Oh, Pavlovic just came in from behind there. That's a second yellow. That's fucking all we need, isn't it? And now Pavlovic is going to be suspended for the game against Chelsea. I mean, the game's done now, so it doesn't really matter. But either way, this is so disappointing. But this is the problem we've got. We're not good enough yet. I mean, we didn't play that badly, to be fair. And I mean, I can't be a hypocrite now, can I? Like I talked about it earlier. I said, you know, I don't mind in games where we lose, where we play well, just don't get a rub of the green. And that was one of those games. But either way, it's just so frustrating. Sanabria is bloody brittle. Pavlovic suspended for the game. It's the second red card we've had in the season already so far. Dropping to 6th, 4 points off Arsenal already, and 3 defeats in 8 as well. It's been a tough start. We're just not at that level yet. And I want us to be, and we're going to need to be sooner rather than later due to the 5-year plan the board gave us at the end of the season. But it's just so fucking hard. Like, it's just really hard, man. I said this before, I've never, ever played a Football Manager as difficult as this. And when I say as difficult, I mean even close to as difficult as this one. This is by far, and I mean by far, the most difficult game I've ever played in this franchise. And it's showing. Again, it's a great young team we've got. I mean, it really is. You think about the talent we've got here, man. Herman Bamba, Provenzano, obviously Sanabria as well, Zangrandi in goal. Obviously the new boys we brought in Gray and Crowley as well. It's a great young team, but it's just not as good as the other teams in this division yet. And it's one of those where it's like, we're not at the size and reputation of a club where we can start signing world-class players. We have to develop our own. We have to hope they become world-class players after a couple of years here. You know, obviously Bamba has done that. Bamba's become world-class, although this season's been quite disappointing to start the campaign off. Provenzano could be, Zangrandi could be, but I think there has been a problem with lack of development from this team as well. Several players that I thought were going to really become stars just never lived up to the hype. Hey, and Zangrandi just won his first cap for his country. Unfortunately, I don't think that Provenzano has. But there's a bit of good news. There's something that cheers me up. Zangrandi, first cap of hopefully many for Brazil. Congratulations, young man. I'm such a fucking nerd, but I do love seeing a new gen or region get his first cap as Dembele's out for 2 to 3 weeks. We're getting there slowly, aren't we? I mean, we are getting there very, very slowly. You think about it. Last year, Europa League semi-final, Carabao Cup final, winning the FA Cup, only missing out on the top 4 by goal difference. We are getting there. Hey, Provenzano got his first cap, looking tired but happy. The new Italy star was quick to praise his Norwich manager JC for giving him the self-belief to scale new heights. Oh, go on, Matteo. We love you to pieces. Why can't I congratulate him? Why can't I congratulate him? I don't know why. But go on, Matteo. Yeah, you know, we are getting there slowly. You know, I've got to remind myself, this is a long project. It's definitely going to be the longest project I've ever done, I think. Oh, fuck no. Oh, it's a tight hamstring, thank God. Sanabria, mate. Go to a bloody doctor. So, second and final game of today's episode then, as take on Chelsea. I think it'll be back-to-back defeats, but we are here at home at Carrow Road. Let's see if we can at least get a point. I'd certainly take it. Chelsea, unlike last season, after a much better start. I remember last season they started off incredibly poorly, but this year, very good indeed. 6 wins in their first day, 18 points on the board, and have one of the best forms in the division right now. So for us, on the back of back-to-back losses, this will probably become 3 defeats in 3. Let's hope not. I'll take a point. So heading into the game, I am going to switch to 4-4-2 that again I got from the preset and did a couple of modifications. It's a wing play system. We play higher in our tempo. we mix passing, we play as wide as we can to really go down those flanks as much as possible, work the ball into the box, run at defence, and also as well we distribute quickly to play quite a high tempo here and counter when we win possession back as well. And we've got a standard line of engagement and defensive line as well. So this is our team then. Zangrandi in goal. A back four of Tellez, Basia, Godfrey and Aarons, with Gray, Mount, Bamber and Jokic as our four here. Teddy Gray, he's more suited to play up top, of course, but he does have left mid as an accomplished position, and he's got some really good stats there as well. You know, as we know, very, very quick indeed, great flair, great off the ball, good first touch too, and some decent teamwork as well, so it's not bad to be fair. So he's on the left-hand side today, and Brewster and Abby, who had a good partnership last year, are going to start together for the first time this season. Hopefully, their friendship will get us a goal. On the bench, Henderson, Akilaku, Warburton, Larici, Longstaff, Provenzano and Crowley, and I'm not even going to risk Sanabria today. I'll play him for the full 90 against Hearts in the Europa League, but I'm not even going to risk the guy, seriously, man. Anyway, second and final game, it's Chelsea. Max Aarons is back. Come on, you Canaries. Shit, I forgot about this as well. Chelsea signed one of the best new gen / regens in the game in the summer as well. This dude, I mean, fuck. I mean, you know how frothing at the mouth I was over Teddy Gray. Teddy Gray's a BTEC Oscar. He wears Oscar pyjamas. I mean, this guy, man, oh man, oh man. You know, he's been playing for Barcelona since he came out of the academy there. He had a couple of loan spells in the Serie A with Fiorentina, but the last year at the Camp Nou, 20 goals in 37 games. And again, he's only 22. I mean, absolutely extraordinary. He is just, again, one of the best players in the world, let alone new gens and regens, and that's why he's keeping Haaland on the bench. If you're keeping Haaland on the bench, you are bloody good. I mean, that's why Chelsea are off to a much better start this season. They've got one of the best young players in the game leading their line. But again, I think we could get a point today. I think we could. But, you know, losses in these games, they're just so damaging, because I know it's a really obvious thing to say, but it's like a 6-point swing, you know? Like, if you draw the game, then you share the points and it's a share of the spoils. When you lose the game, you know, not only have you failed to pick up points, but you've given 3 points to a rival, you know? As Bamber's free kick is headed away and Chelsea come on the break with Oscar, that Spaniard, outpacing Jokic and going all the way. And Tellez robs him, but it's not fully clear. Chance remains alive. Fully expect Chelsea to take the lead here. Tomori back to Pollara. Inside, crossing. Turner. Great save by Zangrandi and cleared by Ben. I think this needs to be a bit of a coming-of-age season for Zangrandi this year. You know, he's been okay since he came in. Last year, of course, took over as our first-choice goalkeeper for Farines, but there's not much difference between them. But this year, I need Zangrandi to really elevate his game and play much, much better. Still tired, I should say, here at 0-0. Chelsea have a lot more of the ball, but as Teddy wins it back here, a great chance to go in front. And Kepa denies it, but Brewster turns in the rebound for his 9th for the year. 1-0 Norwich. He wants the nickname back, and he has been playing really well this season. I think he is the top scorer in the division, as Gray's shot was saved by Kepa, but Rian on hands turn it in. That's not tactics, that's just good fortune, but I'll certainly take it. Canaries have the lead. Very tired out there on my team today, I must say, as Bamber's free kick is headed away, but Ben's going to chase it down and win it back. Can we find a second goal right before the break here? Thomas Basia back in field to Jokic, and the Serbian finds Bamber, and now Abbey takes over. Mount beats his man and finds Teddy, and Brewster, oh yes! Second goal of the game. You know what he wants, I've said it before. He don't give a fuck about Champions League. He don't give a fuck about the Golden Boot. He wants the nickname back, Rian Brewster. Gray getting involved once again. This time gets credited with the assist as he slides in Rian, who gets his second of the game. 2-0 right before the break. Loving it right now, man. Absolutely loving it. Saying nothing to the boys of the break, so go straight out there for the second half. Max seems fine in his first appearance since the injury. And we're 40 minutes away from a huge victory against a Champions League qualification rival. This would be massive. You're really impressed with Teddy Gray today. Herman Bamber has had a very slow start to the season, just 1 assist thus far, as we still lead by 2. But I don't mind who gets the assists or the goal as long as we win, as Sumari looks for space to shoot. My Mac is lagging like crazy. Hopefully that wasn't as bad on the video for you, as Chelsea look for a goal. Has been lagging like crazy today, don't know why, as Dominguez finds Tomori down the right hand side, shut down, but still gets across away, and again my Mac is lagging like crazy. I hope that's not showing on the video, but Oscar makes it 2-1 and the Spaniard halves the deficit. when I record, I only have Chrome, ScreenFlow, my recording software, and the game actually open. But anyway, for some reason that's lagging like crazy. But regardless, Oscar heads into Tomori. Cross. 17 minutes to go. Can we hang on to the 3 points? Oh, fucking hell, Norwich. Don't capitulate. We've capitulated so many times throughout this course of the series. If we do it again, man. Oh, come on. Gomez puts it wide. Lads. This shout always backfires, but fuck, just concentrate. Concentrate never works as a shout for me as Samari heads it in and it's 2-2. But what else can I do? What else can I say? We just have this common problem throughout the course of this save of throwing things away, both in games and competitions. And Grandy, what did I say earlier? Needs to step up and elevate his game. He's at fault for that one. It's 2-2. Fuck's sake, Norwich, honestly, same old problems. Conceding crosses and set pieces, and quite frankly, throwing things away. Common problem in this save. Brewster to Longstaff, can we win it late on? Matti finds Larici, the boy's off the bench, oh! And the Brazilian hits it just over. Well, I would have taken a point pre-game, to be fair. I would have taken a point pre-game, but from 2-0 up and to throw away those 2 goals in 5 minutes, very disappointing indeed. But again, we played okay. We did alright. But alright isn't going to give you Champions League football. But that was this episode of the Football Manager series, guys. So big thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you. Have a fantastic day. And we'll return with games against. Dun, dun, dun. Let's go with some pace. Let's pray through all of October, all in November. And let's come back in December with a very, very tasty double-header there at home to the three-peat champions Arsenal and in form Bournemouth away as well. Have a great day, guys. Much love. And I'll see you for another massive episode very soon.